like a social policeman, also giving back to the community, and that's what he was very well respected for.
Come on, I said no cafeteria! Come on! Oh, man! Let me down! Oh, I know that we're going to train them hard. They're going to become professionals. Professionals. Keep training you up. Let's see you do a bit as well, son.
What is happening? You are watching JME-TV, and today we are in Moston, and we are going to tell you a little bit of a story about Damien Noonan, one of Manchester's most notorious gangsters. Born in Whalley Range, grew up around Chorlton, where his crimes all started, and offered him a different way of life. Alongside his brothers, Desmond and Dominic, he became a well-known figure in Manchester. Damien was known for his charisma and ruthlessness. He had a knack for making connections and wasn't afraid to use violence to get what he wanted. His involvement in various criminal activities, from protection rackets to drug trafficking, made him a powerful and feared figure. Many people in Manchester thought Damien was the leader of the three brothers, and quite for good reason. He was the most strategic, and he held the most charisma out of all three of them. He was the head doorman of Manchester's iconic nightclub, the Hacienda, and the Hacienda wasn't just any club, it was the heart of the city's vibrant music scene in the 80s and 90s. Bands like New Order and the Happy Mondays played there, and it was a hotspot for the emerging rave culture.
Manchester, 1989, the so-called Summer of Love. Three notoriously violent brothers have taken control of the doors to the city's clubs, including the legendary Hacienda, giving them a stranglehold over the drugs trade. And the money, power and prestige are leading Dominic,
Set the dog on you.
Dessie,
We've got lots of strong, loyal people around us. We'll always have that.
and Damien Noonan
Oh, I know that we're going to train them hard. They're going to become professionals.
As head doorman, Damien had significant influence. His presence alone could keep trouble at bay, and he controlled who got in and who didn't. This role gave him a lot of power and connections with both the club's patrons and the city's elite. It also placed him at the crossroads of the booming drug trade that entwined with the club scene. Despite his criminal lifestyle, Damien was known to be a family man. He had a soft spot for his loved ones and was fiercely protective of them. This duality made him a complex character, respected by some and despised by others. Within the family, the roles were quite clear. Dominic was the one who dressed smart, and he was calculated. He often handled the business side of their operations. Damien was the brains behind many of their schemes, and Dessie was known to be the more volatile of the brothers. It's believed that Dessie was the enforcer, a dangerous position in their world, leading to many, many deaths across Manchester. In 2003, Damien's life came to a tragic end. He died in a motorcycle accident in the Dominican Republic, a place known for its dangerous roads. His death marked the end of an era for the Noonan family, and it was the beginning of the end of their criminal empire. I've actually made a video at Dessie's grave, which I'll put the link in the description. As for Dominic, he's currently serving time in Wakefield Prison for crimes against minors, which I won't go into on here. The family story is a dark and fascinating chapter in Manchester's history, and the Hacienda days were just part of one of Damien's life, but they were significant in cementing his status and influence in Manchester City. So guys, here we are at Damien's grave, and I don't think I've ever seen a grave as big as this in a normal cemetery. Now, I'm 6 foot, and I only come up to about where, just below the cross, so I'm about there. I'm 6 foot, so I don't know if this does it any justice, but Let's have a bit of a closer look. Sweet Jesus, have mercy on the soul of Damien Anthony Noonan. Say that again. Sweet Jesus, have mercy on the soul of Damien Anthony Noonan. Born 22nd of August 1965, sadly died on the 30th of July 2003, aged 37 years. Beloved husband of Amanda, treasured dad of Damian, Desmond and Kobe. A dearly loved son, brother, uncle, brother-in-law and friend. Our family chain is broken, nothing seems to be the same, but as God calls on us one by one, the link shall join again. And then it goes on for another poem down there. So guys, there you have it. A brief history on Damien Noonan. I'm not getting into the politics of what he did bad, what he did good. That's for you guys to look up and research yourself. I'm just here to give a brief history of his time in Manchester, what he did, how he died, and a visit to this ginormous grave. The video I've done today was a request off somebody, so I hope you've enjoyed it. If anyone else has got any requests for me to go and do another video somewhere else with someone else, I'm happy to go and do that. Just put your suggestions in the comments and I'll add them to my list. So yeah, as I said earlier, I believe Damian was the gentleman out of all three of them, and a lot of people had respect for him, so rest easy, Damian. Sleep well. So guys, remember, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. Until next time, I'm out. Let's go. Peace.